What's the most expensive 15 minutes in the entire trading day? Spoiler alert, it's the first 15. 9:30 to 9:45 in the morning, that little window right there after the opening bell chews up more new traders by far, like 10 times more, maybe 100 times more than any other part of the day. So today, I want to show you exactly why this happens. One really simple rule that fixes it. Drives me crazy that people don't follow this rule. And stick around for this. Well, somebody with a full-time job can actually beat the folks who stare at screens all day long, fighting and fighting and fighting. So let's get into it. Here's the thing you have to understand about the market. Most traders have zero patience. There's this old quote. I paraphrase, but it's basically paraphrasing as the market rewards patience and it punishes impulsiveness. Like the market literally hates people chasing. It hates people trading on FOMO. It hates people being impulsive. And so many people trade that way, and they literally sit there and learn like, why does the market hate me? It's a rigged game. It's the market seems to be against me. Well, they don't know what I just told you. Now the market rewards patience. Okay, like Warren Buffett. Again, I'll paraphrase. I'll probably butcher the quote. Warren Buffett is famous for saying, the market is a device for taking money from the impatient and giving it to the patient. So most traders, the bell rings, smash the buy button because they're terrified of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out. I compare FOMO. It's like the dragon. The dragon you're constantly trying to slay. Like if you can slay that dragon, most can't. If you can, and I'll give you the tools to do it, your odds of succeeding go exponentially higher. And I've built an entire strategy around capitalizing on FOMO. Like here's the deal. If 90% of traders are going to make this mistake, guess what? That's an edge, okay? Like you've all heard the numbers. 90% fail, while 10% succeed. Have you ever wondered why that is? Guess what? The 10% don't do what the 90% do. Like it's really simple math at the end of the day. Because when the crowd rushes in at 9:30, stock whips all over the place, spooks them out, stops them all out for a loss. Then, once all that chop and all that mania has been flushed, the actual move starts. Another rule I have, I never trade the first move. I don't care. Zero FOMO. Now, when I got started 20 years ago, FOMO was the dragon. Bit me every day. I slayed that dragon and never looked back. But, the real move, the second move, is what professionals trade. So the crowd's worst habit is our edge. Now, I'm not smarter than anybody else. I'm just more patient. I have more experience. And the patience itself turns out is a skill you can actually learn. I just told you that story. I wasn't born with this. It wasn't some genetic gift. I just got smoked so many times at the market open that I was like, well, maybe I should quit doing that. Hey, Tim, you're kind of bullheaded. Why do you guys know that? Like, I'm just like, maybe if this never seems to work, perhaps you should stop doing it. So here's the rule. It's about as simple as it gets. I do not trade from 9:30 to 9:45. If something goes and I miss it, so be it. I wait around till the 9:45 window. Now, I do want to elaborate. Sometimes when I talk about this, people think it's like you buy the stock at precisely 9:45. It's not that. The 9:45 rule is like, think of like shorthand. I'm probably dates me a little bit, but you like think of court reporters or think of like acronyms. You say NASA instead of saying out National Space Administration. Like it's this big long thing. Use an acronym because it's just quicker. So I call it the 9:45 rule because it's quicker than saying avoid the market open, first 10, sometimes 15 minutes, just let things shake out. So I do want to lay that out there because sometimes people think you just like, as soon as the clock hits 9:45, you start buying. The idea is it's a rule, but in all things trading, there are no always, there are no nevers, but that window is around 9:45. Okay, I want to lay that out. You might be 9:40, might be 9:41, might be 9:48, might be 10 a.m., okay? The key is just not trading the open, avoiding that chop. Now, why does the first 15 minutes matter so much? Two big reasons. One, it lets the stock prove itself. This is a term many of you have heard me say, probably at the market open 1,000 times. People are like, do I get in? Do I get in? I'm like, let it prove itself. I mean, if it survives, a lot of these stocks in this market become all-day runners. What FOMO is created by is people are trying to extract every penny of the move. That's completely unrealistic. You're never going to buy the perfect bottom and sell the perfect top, but people want to do that. They want to, get in at the, and extract every penny possible. Professional day traders, full-time traders, we just want to take a meat of the move. We're looking to collect a daily paycheck, a repeatable daily paycheck. Doesn't mean you win every day, but we're just trying to take the meat of the move. So I don't really care about the chaos of the open. And if I miss a stock, it's 2026, guys. Like, if you miss one stock, I call it the bus station analogy. Wait 5 minutes, there'll be another one. And by avoiding all that chaos, the fake outs, the whipsaws, I let it settle, and then the real price action begins. Now, with penny stocks, this is why the 945 rule is so important. A lot of you guys know this. Like, most penny stocks fail. Most penny stocks fail at the open. Probably 70% and above, depending on the day. Spike at the open, die, and then take out the lows and never bounce. Do I want to trade those, or do I want to focus on the 30% that don't follow that pattern? I hope all of you are nodding right now, and you're like, well, I'd rather trade the latter, okay? And by being selective, by being patient, separates me from the herd, separates me from the 90%. I don't want to be in the 90%. I want to be in the 10%. And all those impatient traders who piled in at 9:30 and got stopped out, count their losses. I didn't take the bait. By 9:45, the dust has started to settle and the true trend has started to emerge. Now, that trend might be to the downside. Remember, go back to what I said a second ago. It might be straight down and taking out the lows all day. That one just goes off watch. I watch it, takes out the lows, starts to fade. See ya. Though there's plenty of other stocks. But I didn't take the bait. I got a much clearer picture of what's actually going on. I love KISS. I mean, I think a mistake a lot of traders make is they want things to be complex. They're all like, I actually see people seeking complexity. Like, they look for complex stuff. It doesn't need to be. Keep it simple. So if these type of simple rules and guidelines are useful to you, hit that subscribe button, because simple is what we do around here, okay? All right, moving on. Now, there's a mindset that goes with this. It's this: trade like a sniper, not a machine gun. You cannot trade 16,000 stocks. You can't trade 1,600. You can't trade 160. Quit trying. Pick a couple of setups you actually understand and then wait for them to appear. And if they don't, so be it. Be selective. So we wait for one to show up exactly the way you want it. When it does, you take the shot. One good, clean trade capturing the meat of the move beats 20 sloppy ones that you forced out of boredom. Let me say that again. Being bored is not a reason to click buy. The best traders I know spend most of their day doing nothing. They're waiting. That's the job. A true professional trader spends a significant majority of his time just waiting for the stock to react. A lot of new traders, they come to it. They come to trading because of the dopamine, because of the action. They treat it like a casino. If you are ever finding yourself treating the stock market like a casino, close your brokerage account and stop, okay? You want to go to the casino? Awesome. I don't gamble myself, but listen, I get it. You get dressed up. The wife gets dressed up. You get a nice meal. You have a few drinks. You blow a little money. The music's playing. You're people watching. It's fun. That's not what we do. We do this as a career. This is our trade. Okay, this is business. And most of the time, we're waiting. That's the job. Now let's talk about the trade that actually blows up accounts. It's not just one losing trade. Losses are part of this. Small losses are just the cost of doing business. The killer is the revenge trade. The one trade that takes you out. You take a loss, you get mad because you traded pre-945. Then you immediately jump it in the next thing, usually the same stock, because you're trying to get even with it. That anger trade, that emotion, that's the one that really empties the account. Because now you're not trading a setup, you're trading on emotion. Does that seem like consistently repeatable? Do you think that's going to win over time, trading out of emotion? Or do you think being patient, scientific, and tactical does? The market will take your money all day long if you let your feelings drive it. So here's my rule. When you feel that heat, that urge to get even, step away. Don't hate trade. Don't revenge trade. Nothing setting up. The answer is to do nothing and come back tomorrow. The great thing about the stock market, so many people overlook this. It'll be here tomorrow. It'll be here the next day. It'll be here the day after that. There's no reason to end your trading career on one trade. Another trading quote that I love, no one trade will make your career, but when one trade can end it. And usually it's a revenge trade. There's always another trade. There's always another day, okay? Take a long-term mindset. And the most important thing you need to do, as always, is protect your capital and protect your head. That's the whole game. And hey, this kind of straight talk is what you're looking for. Do me a favor. Subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll catch every one of these videos. So let's keep going. So if I'm not smashing buttons at the open, what am I actually doing? I'm prepared the night before or early that morning. For me, both. I build watch lists at night. I refine them in the morning. A short one, ideally less than 5 stocks. Many of you guys are on the morning webinar that I host in the Daily Income Trader System every day at 8:30. We do exactly that. Some days, really busy days, we might have over 5 stocks. Significant majority, 70-80%, we got 5 stocks. That's it. Game plans laid out, entries, exits, stop losses, goals all planned. Because real trading is boring. I hate to break it to you. You want action? Buy the wife a new dress and head off to the casino. We trade as professionals. Sitting there, watching that small list, waiting for your setup to come to you. It's not scrolling through hundreds of tickers, hoping something jumps out at you. When you've done your homework the night before, you're calm, you're not reacting, you're executing a plan. Another quote I like, that I think I coined this one, plan the trade and trade the plan. Plan it, okay? Plan the trade and then execute if the stock follows through. Calm traders make better decisions than panic ones, obviously, every single time. Now here's the part for everybody out there with a 9 to 5, and this is big. You might be thinking, Jim, I can't trade at 9:45 in the window. I'm at work. Good news is the morning is not your only shot. A lot of these early movers get a second win in the afternoon, often right around, who's guessing? Subscribers know, 2 o'clock Eastern. A stock that ran early in the morning typically goes quiet, kind of chops around midday, consolidates at VWAP, builds up momentum, and then makes another push late in the day, 2 p.m. or later. So if you miss the morning entirely, you're not out of the game. You can still do your prep at lunch, maybe your West Coast time, okay? This is, into the middle of the day, West Coast time. Set your alerts and be ready for that afternoon move. I built a big chunk of my career trading part-time around a busy life, and one of the keys to getting profitable back when I was a part-time trader was focusing on afternoon continuation moves. I just avoided the morning. I was busy at my business. It was, it was always hectic right around the market open. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. The doors open at 9 a.m. We were a service business, so we had to get guys dispatched, crews ready, everyone on the road to start the day. It started at 9. Most days it might take till 10 or 11. So when I was part-time, it took me a few years to figure this out. I really got consistent when I was just like, I'm not going to try and force my trading in the morning. I'm just going to focus on the afternoon. And the great thing is, a lot of those 5 stocks that we talked about in the morning, usually in the afternoon, it's just 1 or 2 that survive. So it allows you to focus way more. Now you have to be smart when you show up. And that brings me to the one thing I care about most. You don't need a perfect day. You don't need to nail every trade. You need 2 things. The most important thing for new traders. The most important thing, guys, don't blow up. Don't take yourself out of the game. You can't learn how to trade in a day, a week, a month, probably not even in 6 months. But if you blow up on day 2 or month 2, you never get to the point where you've built up enough knowledge to where you can do it consistently. Don't blow up. Focus on knowledge. Focus on getting better every day. 1% a day compounds over time. String enough those 1% days together, and a year from now, you're a completely different trader. It's a marathon, not a lottery ticket. The traders who make it aren't the ones swinging for the fences every day. They're the ones who show up, stay disciplined, protect their capital, and keep getting just a little bit better. And guess what? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So let's wrap up. The 945 rule isn't really necessarily about a clock. It's more about proving itself that you can be patient and you can wait. That you can sit on your hands while the 90% is panicking and rushing in and out and freaking out and running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Master one skill, and every single strategy I teach starts to get easier. Patience isn't the boring part of trading. Patience is the edge. So if this helped you guys, hit that subscribe button and go watch my video on low float stocks next. Because once you understand why these stocks move, this waiting game makes even more sense. It's linked right there. Get 1% better today, and I'll see you in the next one.